Wait, why does my background make me look like this? All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. All right, boys and girls. This is fun. This is going to be interesting. So, Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi may miss the game next week, right? We're playing PSG in 5 days. It's weird because it felt like it was forever, and man, life just moves, doesn't it? So, wow, man. Wow. There's some other Bayern news, but Messi potentially missing this game would be interesting. So, Messi, I guess, got a hamstring injury in PSG's game. I don't even know who they played, but I think I don't know, it was the cup game. PSG lost, by the way. And that boosts Bayern's chances. Look, I don't want to, make injuries seem like a great thing. I'd love PSG to be fully fit, but it is what it is. They laughed at us a few years ago when Levy wasn't fit, and then Chupo scored, a brace against them. So, they shouldn't have really laughed about Levy getting injured. But yeah, man, I'm not going to sit here and celebrate. I love Messi. He's my GOAT, right? I'd love to see Messi get destroyed by my club one last time. He got one more in him, man. You know that meme? I got one more in me. Messi has one more Bayern loss coming. So this leg is in Paris. So this is a big loss for PSG because Bayern's team, apart from Lucas Hernandez and Neuer, who have been replaced adequately, we don't really have any injuries. Chupo's going to be back. He had a stomach bug. Gravenberch is going to be fit, and he's probably going to start against Bochum. And then we're moving from there. And Kimmich isn't going to play either because Kimmich's getting rested. So all the stars are aligned for Bayern to go ahead and win this game. So PSG lost against Olympique du Marseille. Olympique du Marseille. All right. They lost 3-1. Oh, no, 2-1. Alexis Sanchez scored, and Ruslan Malinovsky scored as well. Sergio Ramos scored to make it 2-1. But PSG's defense is shaky, man. They're shaky. And they started with a strong team. This was a cup competition they wanted to win. So Mbappe already had a problem, so he might be a doubt, but there are sources saying they're pushing everything to get Mbappe fit, even to be on the bench, to potentially come on and try to change the game. That's what they're going to do that. We know they're going to try everything to bring Mbappe. I mean, Julian Nagelsmann thought it was just mind games, and this could be mind games. PSG may very well have all their players when kickoff comes, and maybe they're just, putting this news out there to get us all scared for some reason. But I don't see it like that. I feel like, they don't gain anything by looking weak and having their fans be concerned, only to be supposedly reignited and reinjuvenated. Goddamn, can't speak no English. Yeah, they're not going to try to disappoint their fan base is all I'm trying to say. So I think there's a point to be made here that maybe PSG think we can gain an advantage here a little bit by, playing to Bayern Munich's emotions and get the Bayern fans and the Bayern board and staff and players skeptical of how we line up. And then on match day, everything changes and our players are shocked on the field. But then on the other hand, they could have the negative effect on themselves. So I don't think this is just some mind games. I think Mbappe is injured and he probably will try to get there before the Bayern game. But if he doesn't, he's going to be on the bench. Messi probably could miss it. If he's missing the game against Monaco, then yeah, he's likely to miss the game against Bayern on Tuesday next week. So yeah, man, I think paranoia is something that's real these days. People know how these mind games usually work, man. They know. Gravenberch is still injured, George. Well, not injured like, big injury. He's training by himself. Hey, there's a cool story out. Leroy Sane drove to Sabana last evening after 7 p.m. and worked individually in the gym for more than 1 hour. In addition to the moving sessions with the team, Sane voluntarily does extra shifts several times a week. He's motivated and wants to improve his fitness. Sane is just seeking constant improvement. And this is funny because people always say, oh, Sane's mentality, he doesn't try. And I'm like, bro, your definition of trying and Sane's definition of trying isn't the same. Trying is like running to press. Like, bro, what is that? Who gains something from Sane's running around pressing? We want Sane cooking as a bowler, touching the ball and controlling the game. That's what we want. So it's good to see Sane running extra hours. Everyone else does a lap, and the coach says it's over, and Sane does one more lap. It's just making me love him more. I mean, Sane went from villain to hero twice, and now he's a hero, right? Because remember, when he got signed, he was a hero, and then his performances were shaky. People gave him the benefit of the doubt for a few months, and he would perform in moments, never consistently. And then he became a villain because sometimes he just wasn't working hard or looking interested. Whenever he lost the ball, he would just look annoyed, and it was irritating to watch sometimes. Then he became a villain then, right? And then the start of last season, not this season. It sounds like I'm talking about this season because I said last season, so people might correlate that with last year. No, I mean last season, like 2020, 2021. Yeah, Sane started the season spectacularly. He was consistent, scoring, assisting, left, right, and center for half the year, half the season. And then beginning of 2022, Nagelsmann, bunch of injuries. Davies had myocarditis. Things had to switch around. I believe Kimmich was injured because of the Holland challenge for 2 months. Musiala had to drop down. And Sane moved from left wing to right wing. And it all fell apart for Bayern and Germany as well, because Sane wasn't performing for Germany either. So that's when he became a villain again, from hero to villain. And then it prolonged into this year. People always, by the way, disregarded the fact that the entire team wasn't performing. But moving on into this year, Sane started iffy, right? He wasn't even starting against Leipzig because he was just looking back to that, 2022 early months guy. He was looking meh. And then suddenly out of nowhere, he burst into the scenes, and he has been consistent from the start of of this season all the way to now. That second season syndrome, where he usually slows down in the second season is no longer a thing. Now he's just a hero. So we love Sane for that. We love him. Where PSG don't have Kylian Mbappe, we have Leroy Sane. I'm telling you, all the stars are aligned for us. And I heard something from Imia Senmia on Twitter, and it's an interesting thing Bayern is doing now. Apparently, our club is monitoring players' heart rates during training, and if it's too high, the coaching staff will take the players out of the training session, the training drill, and make them do something else that would slow their heart rate down. Apparently, I didn't even know this before I read the post. Apparently, the higher your heart rate is, it means blood is pumping everywhere. It's just your body's too intense. It's very heated, which means a slight twist and you could be injured, a slight, disjoint of movement, and it's over for you. So I think it's interesting that we're always finding these innovations to continue to get better as a team. So thoughts on the Super League? This new format doesn't look that bad if they do what they promise. No. Well, no, I like the Super League idea. I mean, I didn't like it initially because of how it, tried to just impose itself without any, what's the wording for that? Without any, heads up, right? Bayern, Frankfurt, and Monaco are interested in Juventus midfielder Joseph Nong-Boendi. Juve want to keep the Belgium talent and are in talks over a new contract. Another midfielder. If he's not a CDM, I don't care. I don't care, man. We need different. We need a CDM No more could be Gravenberg. No more number 8s. Only midfielder I take is an attacking midfield, a defensive midfielder, man. And I don't think Nagelsmann has asked for it, because if he did, the club would have gotten someone big. They would have signed Casemiro if they had to. But Nagelsmann probably prefers central midfielders because, he thinks his entire team should be flexible. One midfielder shouldn't just be specialized at defending and breaking up play. So, yeah. When are we going to know if City broke so we can get Rodri? Without Bayern, without Mbappe and Messi playing, Bayern should definitely win the first leg, which makes us favorites for the title. We have an advantage, as the second leg would be in Munich with the home crowd. By the way, we have a decent record at PSG Stadium. Even last season, they came to our stadium and cooked us. Neymar had that world sensational performance, but we went to their stadium and we won. People forget that. PSG players are celebrating like they won the Champions League when it was a quarterfinal. It wasn't last season, the season before that. And technically, we won that game like 3-1 or 2-1. So why were they celebrating that deep? It wasn't even that deep. I think they won on away goals, which, if you run that back now, they wouldn't have won on away goals. It would have just kept going till we find a winner. So, yeah, man. Bayern are also interested in Randal Kolo Muani. Hey, that Merci Le Bleu, that song, man, from Vija Dream. Vija Dream. Yo, I'm really good at this French accent stuff, man. Vija Dream. Antoine Griezmann, penalty. Oh, no, that's the other one. Anto. Wait, what's this new one? Antoine Griezmann. Bro, they just be saying it, and it's cool. So Bayern have watched Kolo Muani since he was in the French league, but have never made a concrete step. No offer, no talks. Even if you were to leave Frankfurt, Kolo Muani would be very, very expensive. No topic for Bayern. Frankfurt, it's funny how I knew Kolo Muani was going to do craziness. You guys remember when I was ranking Bundesliga teams' transfers? Wait, yeah. Oh, no, I was doing my Bundesliga predictions. And I peeped that Frankfurt signed this random French kid who was 23 at the time. And he was cheap. For free, actually. My bad. For free. And I was like, what the hell is this guy? And I realized he scored a bunch of goals for Nantes. And he was really good when I watched the highlights. You guys watch me watch those things. And I was like, why did Frankfurt of all clubs get him? Now we're talking about him. And everyone's talking about him. Oh, man, our ball knowledge on this community is immense, by the way. Oh, by the way, quick question to you guys. Do you want raw skills back? Do we need raw skills back? Raw skills, baby. You guys remember that raw skills channel? Oh, shoot. Musiala got a team of the season or something. I don't know. What's the card he got? Kingsley Coman got a team of the week. Oh, my gosh. He's 88 rated. And he's only 39. Oh, yeah, never mind. This is that point in FIFA where players go for like 2 cents. Like Neymar is like 50,000 coins. Oh, no. They're usually expensive, even their base cards. Coman has 5-star skills on FIFA, 3-star a week. That's actually pretty decent. So, yeah, man. Musiala got his nice little upgrade, man. Jamal. The GOAT Musiala, baby. Why hasn't he gotten an inform? That goal he scored warranted. He should have gotten a nice little inform. Kolo Muani had an inform. Damn, his acceleration and pace is high. His dribbling is high, but his balance is like 55. Oh my gosh. Why do they think he's out of balance? It's funny because FIFA really doesn't understand balance. They don't know what balance means, except when it comes to Musiala. They know what balance means because people think, oh, Musiala looks out of balance, but no, that's not the point. The point is, even if he looks out of balance, Messi looks like he's going to fall every time. But the point is, he never falls. And that's the same thing with Musiala. He looks like if you just touch him here, he's going to fall. That's the point of dribbling in tight spaces. You look like you could just lose the ball, but then you don't. That's the beauty of dribbling. Like, people are just so disincentivized after watching all these pace merchants dribble, like Leao. Leao ain't no Frank Ribery, like, when it comes to dribbling. Robin was the last pure pace merchant that could also dribble, the last pure dribbler, like when it comes to pace, right? That speed dribbling. Gareth Bale had it a little bit, but he was also a pace merchant. Like, what does pace merchant means? It means you don't even, like, Musiala dribbles past you. The kid's moving at like slow speeds, and he's just getting past 3 or 4 players with just moving his body and shifting. I mean, people watch the goal he scored and they go, "Oh, defending is easy." Like, bro, are you dumb? Do you realize there's more to that goal than just defending? Musiala is taking the ball and he's run. First, he runs from outside to in, and then people are looking at this big space and they're like, "Where's the defending?" I'm like, bro, he was here, now he's here. They didn't think there'd be that open space because they thought someone would have tackled him, and he went past 2 people in a tight space and then drove the ball into the space he created by dribbling past those 2 people. And then there was this giant gap, and then he ran, and he literally didn't need to do much. All he was doing was shifting his body. The ball was moving in a straight line, but here's the thing. As a defender, you're looking at the player you're dribbling against. You're not always looking at the ball. You got to look at the surroundings. They had 3 guys around him, and all of them were trying to time a tackle, but Musiala is moving his body, and they know at any moment he could switch where this ball is going. And then his strength is good because a defender tries to just push him off the ball, and he maintains his balance and his composure. So people watch that goal and they go, "Oh, they're defending." I'm like, dude, come on, man. When are you going to realize Jamal Musiala is just a different animal? The kid is playing football like he's playing chess. Everyone else is just playing checkers. What if PSG play Ice Wall? Oh my gosh. That's kind of funny because I feel like that last name would be from a dude from Ghana. You're like Lacoum. Like, that would be funny though. Like, oh, I wouldn't. I feel like we are the favorites to win this tie now. If we draw against them or lose, then I feel like this could be it for our UCL hopes. We can capitalize now before they are back for the second leg. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Whoever wins this game is going to have a huge shot at winning the entire Champions League, because I feel like even PSG, even PSG in their worst state is still a team to beat. They still have that on paper aspect. They still have Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. They still have those big names. By the way, subscribe if you haven't, man. We are really close to, hold on. Yeah, 8,000 subscribers. You guys have been super supportive over the last few weeks as I got back to more regular content. But yeah, I know I'm streaming late for some of you, but I gotta try. I don't know. I don't even have a perfect time to stream. And if you consider it and you like the content and you really want to support, you can always become a channel member as well. Our members are, highly appreciated. So yeah, man, I got to plug the channel. Got to plug the like button. If you don't hit the like button, you don't want this channel to grow. That's literally what it means. Because if you hit the like button on a stream, YouTube's like, wait, people like this crap? And then they just share it. So yeah, that's how it works, man. PSG won't bottle it. PSG at home are so good, Bayern will bottle it. PSG are at home are so good. Let me just test that while we're live. I mean, does it matter? Like, of course they're decent at home, but the last bad result they got at home was against Rhyme. It was a 1-1 draw, January 29th, so about 12 days ago. And that's not a good result, right? Marco Verratti got a red card. Neymar scored 1. They conceded late to the Arsenal kid, Falarin Balogun. So, and a lot of their home results, you'll see 2-0, 3-1, 2-1. When a team is conceding one goal at home, like against Troyes, they conceded 3. This was back in October, though, so maybe I shouldn't use that one. Maybe that's an L comparison right there. Yeah, it might be an L comparison. But yeah, I mean, you get the point. I mean, PSG's defense, it's the same team, though. Ramos, Kipembe, Marquinhos, Mukwele. So 4-3. All this nonsense about their home record don't make sense to me because they're conceding at home a lot. Whereas if you look at Bayern Munich at home, we're different. Not only do we score more goals than PSG at home, well, oh my God, all of that, everything I just scratch everything I just said, because we have conceded the same one goal. I mean, that was our 3 draws in a row thing, right? We played Leipzig away, Cologne, Eintracht Frankfurt. We're drawing to hard teams, but 6-2 at home, like that's a home record. 2-0 against Inter at home, Barcelona 2-0, Victoria Pilsen 5-0. So we're winning against better teams at home in better fashion. Oh, God, dude. Bayern have 7 draws this season. We almost drew as much as we won. God. I feel like if the Bundesliga team was about to win the Bundesliga, now would be the time. Leipzig drew to Cologne, which it's not the worst result, but, you would think they would have won that. I think Leipzig have a bunch of injuries as well. Dude, they really need an attacker. Like, they got to get rid of Timo Werner, man. He's a donkey. Hey, quick question in the chat. If you go to the gym, which workouts do you target? Or which times? Like morning or late night? I'm more of a in the middle of the day, go to the gym. And you guys remember when I used to complain about sleeping? I used to be like, I can't sleep. Well, I can finally sleep. Yeah. So to explain what I mean by that, it was really hard for me for like 3 months, dude. I'm not kidding you. You guys are probably gonna remember that October, November, early November, September. Like, I was having these nights where I'd have 4 hours of sleep. Now I'm struggling to wake up sometimes because I'm just enjoying my sleep. But I got new pillows, right? And the second thing I did, which I spent almost $400 on, that's how much I value my sleep. I'll spend any amount of money to make sure I sleep well, because my day is ruined if I'm over here just tired on a live stream or anything else. Like, also waking up early means I get to see the stock market open and I can buy something if I think it's going to go up in the day and sell it later. So sleep is really important. I really recommend doing everything. So one of the solutions I also thought was, well, why don't I just go to the gym at like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., and, skip these 7 p.m. workouts, these 6 p.m.s at nights. Maybe in the summer, it's different. I feel like in the summer, the day feels longer, so you can go to the gym at 7 and it's still light outside. And then it's at 9 p.m. when you're leaving, you still see people, you still see things. I think it's a seasonal thing, man. I think your body starts shutting down when it gets darker outside. You just start feeling natural tiredness, and that's probably a scientific fact. So, working out in the middle of the day, also it's colder outside, and then in the summer, right, it gets, it goes from hot to warm at night, and it's just better for the body to, cool down and shut down. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that when I made that decision. But That's why I'm a late night person. 1/3 of your life is sleeping. Wow, man. Heaven better be real because I enjoy life, man. Jesus, man, save me. Get me to heaven, Lord. I see Madrid wants to sign Kingsley Coman. Well, that's not going to happen. Why would Bayern give Kingsley 18 million a year just to? I don't even know. So yeah, that is true. Christian Falk is saying it, so there has to be some level of reliability. I know people hate Falk because he had that summer where he was delivering bad news to us. I don't know why we really hate him. I don't know. We hate him because builds discord amongst players, and sometimes they're just flat out wrong about stories when it comes to Bayern. But when it comes to transfers, I feel like they get it spot on sometimes. Christian Falk, said Thiago is going to Liverpool, and we all hated it because we were like, no, he can stay. It's called selection bias. You choose what you want to believe. So, yeah, Real Madrid like Kingsley Coman and have had him on their radar. However, Bayern are determined to keep the winger. The club is counting on him and promoted him into the team's council. So Coman is one of the team leaders, which if you follow me on Twitter, I posted a tweet where Kingsley was acting like a coach. We're talking about the young player from Juventus, from PSG just a couple seasons ago, who's now coaching young players. So life would be hilarious if Kingsley Coman became a coach, like in his future. I feel like Coman would know the least amount of ball. I know that sucks, but I feel like Kingsley doesn't know ball like that. 500 million Vinny Rodrigo for Coman. You know who I'd take at Real Madrid? This kid, Rodrigo. He'd be so clutch for Bayern. I feel like that would be a typical Bayern signing. George, how does one gain knowledge to invest in the stock market? I don't have that much knowledge. Someone said 8 p.m. Midnight workouts are the best because no one is there. Honestly, I'll be honest, man. I like seeing other people. Like, I'm a people person, There's a reason I'll sit in front of the camera. Like, you guys probably think, when I turn off this camera, yeah, I mean, I'm introverted in the sense that I don't go around just do it. I don't go to parties, right? But I have the ability to, interact with people. So I enjoy talking to random people at the gym. I enjoy working in with people. So I hate going to the gym when no one's there because it's just weird. Middle of the day. Okay, so everyone's torn. But back on your comment, the stocks, you lose money and then you learn why you're losing money. But the simplest way to make money on the stock market is to buy when everyone else is selling and sell when everyone else is buying. So buy when people are selling a good company. So Facebook, for example, I feel like I should have known my own advice. Months ago, I was thinking to myself, should I just buy Facebook? Right? Facebook was like $80. I could have just put like, let's just say 10 grand into it. My money would have doubled like back in November, or 50%, increased, and I could have sold it. You know what I did? I discounted my own advice, right? So yeah, buy when good companies go down, right? Disney will probably go down in stock value because the dead company effectively, right? When it goes down to like 90, that's when you buy it. Because then it's just gonna go back up because that's how humans work. Everyone's saying recession. I'm like, I get it. There's a recession, but that doesn't mean money stops moving. Money doesn't, just stop moving. It's always moving from one account to the other. It could be you buying and someone else selling. So yeah, man, just Maximiliano says George watching some baddies at the gym. I think that would be very weird. If anything, they watch me. No, no, I'll be real, man. I used to be down bad, but over the last year, or so, I got better. All right. By down bad, I mean I talked to every chick I saw, man. Well, that was bad, of course. I was, oh man, I was doing outrageousness. But I think when just it gets to a point where you're like, I've talked to every chick. I don't. They're not interesting. How many times can I ask a different human, "What's your split? Like, what's your workout split?" And then they got to have this conversation, and I got to compliment their neck. Oh, your neck is like. I've never complimented the neck, but you know what I mean. I'm tired of it. I want to, I'm monk mode now, man. I respect the monks. I couldn't do it, to be honest. I couldn't do it. God created women for a reason. He knew they were bad when he created them too. He was baddies. Yeah, man. So I couldn't be a monk for too long. But over the last year, I just don't care about chicks. I'm so dedicated on missions, man. Doing important things in my life. Yeah, man. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I used to be down bad. uh, give SAR 10, says Shalang. You know, I wonder what goes through your head. Why don't I like SAR? It's not because of him. It's because of his ability, and also because he reminds me of a terrible period as a Bayern fan, where we were just signing bums. We signed Rocca. He wasn't a bum, but we were replacing Thiago. But we signed Mark Rocca, a player we were linked to since 2018. I remember making a video. Oh man, I might start posting back on Raw Skills, man. Raw Skills might need a comeback. That was such a cool name, though, Raw Skills. But yeah, Raw Skills. 4 years ago, I made a video on how Alphonso Davies will be used at Bayern. And God, I gotta get back to Raw Skills, man. I don't know how. Ooh, you know what I could do? I want to create a panel. I've been saying this for so long. I really want to create a panel of of a Real Madrid fan, a PSG fan, a Bayern fan, a Barca fan, I guess. Like, you know how the Big Six has all these Premier League teams? How about we have a European Big Six? I'd love that, man. So whoever's out there, let's make a show. That'll be sensational. I'm an introvert. I don't know how to talk to people, especially chicks. Nah, man. I remember that day so well when you upload the video. The Rocca video? You guys remember that? Oh man, some of you might have been here. I mean, there's 37 people watching. The chances of you specifically being here when I used to have that smoke detector every 2 seconds in live streams. Why did I even bother live streaming with that sound? And then I discovered, I always thought it was just something that came with the house. Then I discovered it was the smoke detectors. And I literally took it into my own hands. I changed all the batteries. And there was a point where I just took all the batteries out and we didn't have a smoke detector, but at least the sound was gone. I would have rather had my house burned down than care about changing batteries, because I started hearing the sound again. Like, they all, when you have a house with smoke detectors, all of them, if one of them sounding, you could think it's any one of them, right? But if two of them are sounding, one's going to go chit, chit, and you could be next to one here, one over there, and you don't know which one, because they sound like you could go closer and one sounds far, and then you go closer to the one that thinks you think is far, and it's not even that one. So in the end, I said, I'm taking these things out. I destroyed it. And yeah, so oh, you've been with me since 2020. Then you might have heard that. We signed Rocca over Rodri. Well, to be fair, Rodri chose Man City. Yeah, and I get it. We had Pep Guardiola. We had Niko Kovac. So why was he going to come to Bayern? I think now we have more pull because of how successful we were under COVID, and how Brazo has managed to build an apparatus. So yeah. I change my batteries on my birthday every year. Are you supposed to change it that frequently? Ask PSG INT and talk Barca. No, I don't even need to. I'll ask Mustache John. Oh, that would be so good, man. Imagine me, John, PSG guy, get a Real Madrid fan. Everything would just, the stars would just align. And then, I don't know what team out of Serie A we would get. What team would work? What I'm trying to think, like, which team out of Serie A would be considered the biggest. I'd humbly go with, Juventus, because that's easier to find a Juve fan channel. Or we might do Juve. Oh man, yo, it might cook. Dude, it might cook. Like the video. What do you think about PSG signing Salah? Wait, whoa, what? Wait, PSG signing Mo Salah? Oh, no. I mean, look, Mo Salah, this is the punishment. This is God's punishment for these Liverpool bums that compared this speed merchant to Ian Robin. They compared Salah to Robin. Oh, he cut inside that one time. Bro, Salah scoring tap-ins. He's basically a striker. And they compared him to Ian Robin. Robin could go 5 months injured and come back and clock a hat trick of assist. Like, that's how Ian Robin was. They tried to compare him to Salah. Robin has 37 goals for them. It could have been so much more if he didn't get injured. 99 Bundesliga. Oh, we couldn't just have Robin for one more day, one more game to score that 100. But look, 99 goals, 62 assists. They tried to compare. I don't even think Salah's had 62 assists in total in all competitions. Let me check. Mo Salah, in his entire career, 7 assists this season. Fair enough. Dude, they really tried to compare Salah to Ian Robin. Mo Salah's had 123 assists in his life. Robin, in his shorter career, had 165. Okay, this is not good. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. Anyways, screw these Liverpool fans, man. It's about ability, not just stats. But in my mind, I thought Salah had like 2 assists in his career. I've never seen that man not be selfish and try to shoot. This is God's punishment. Salah's form is God's punishment for all these Robin comparisons. And look, there's nothing wrong with comparing, Salah, Robin, but they moved too mad, bro. These Liverpool fans moved a little bit mad. They made it look like Thiago was just rejecting Bayern and he was tired of the Bundesliga. Like, I'm glad your failure is happening because it couldn't be happening to a worse bunch of weirdos, man. W's in the chat. I mean, I was in the chat for Liverpool. Juve is finished. That's my thought as well. Sorry, I spelled wrong. If PSG's casualties are confirmed, I love how you said casualties, Guillermo. Bayern must go out to decide the tie in the first leg. Yeah, we have to. If Messi can't play and Mbappe is not going to play, we have to make that determinative effort to win the leg and not just draw. So Nagelsmann has to tweak his system because I know him. He'll probably go in and try to, soak up a little bit of pressure, that Burnley ball. But if he can just humble himself and go, all right, we got to try this, try that. If it doesn't work, we'll do nothing. But yeah, so I get your point 100% there. I get your point, mate. I get your point. George, they are going to play just not fully fit. That's even better because, I feel like a half-fit Messi isn't like you're going to know he's feeling injured. He's not going to make that wonderful run where he runs past 4 of our defenders. Mbappe isn't going to, he might have the pace, but there's a chance of him getting worse. PSG still believes Messi will be able to play Tuesday against Bayern despite the injury. Well, I mean, I said, I don't think these are games, right? It's not mind games. Could genuinely be true what's happening. Estoy bien, pero we saludos desde Caliocan, Silanoa. Ah, man, my Spanish ends. I know you're saying we are good. Cheers, greetings from that place. My Spanish, man, I'm sucking. I used to be able to read Spanish. Now I don't. George, mate. As a PSG fan, I'm worried, man. Bayern are cooking, Nagelsmann haters hiding. Wait, Pyrex, you're a PSG fan? I didn't know this. What's up? Wait, is Bose Platt's kid the same guy? Crap, no. You gotta change the name, man. Is that the guy I watch? Well, he speaks German in his videos. Oh, he is. Yeah, he does watch-alongs. Oh man, I forgot. Dude, your name is so unrecognizable. I was like, who's this? Well, I guess Bayern does need fan channels in German. We need more English fan channels. I mean, we have the Bayern View. We have, is there a channel called Bayern Hub? Yeah, the Bayern View is really consistent. I don't know the dude's name. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, he's consistent. Why did this channel get so big, man? I can't even say it was the Barca, because I had 4,000 subscribers or 5,000 by the end of the Champions League. I still remember having 20 subscribers, then 50. I didn't think Bayern fans existed, but the channel just keeps growing. And now we got PSG fans, we got Chelsea fans, we got Man United fans, and we got Barca fans. I mean, not everyone on this channel is a Bayern fan. That's the beauty of it. So when we're losing, there's like 50 people that just click on the stream just to see what am I saying? What's George saying? It's kind of funny to me. So yeah, man, we need more Bayern channels. In English. We need more English ones. Yeah. I go to the games. And I will be at the parks, and I fear Bayern will put 5 past us. Oh my God, this guy's really in Paris. That's crazy. Jasper, our friendly neighborhood Frankfurt fan, says Bayern and Frankfurt will go through. Do you actually think Frankfurt will beat Napoli? That was such an unfavorable draw. You had one of the toughest teams in the entire competition. Just had to draw freaking Napoli, man. No, Frankfurt, they could do it, man. Colomboigny could, channel his inner Thierry Henry and do the whole thing by himself. Napoli, though, dude, the way they play is just so crazy. High intensity, high pressure. Who's their coach? Luciano. Oh, Spalletti. My bad. You know what's funny? Napoli would be my Serie A team if I wasn't a Bayern fan, because the first jersey I saw, a football jersey, was a Napoli one that my dad wore. So, yeah, he used to wear it. He doesn't wear it anymore. But, Napoli, that N. No, it was just, I think, the Napoli colors, man. Imagine Napoli now. Like, that would be this channel, Napoli now. But yeah, Napoli. Naples, baby. Hey, apparently, their owner, dude, they are something else, man. De Laurentiis, their owner, came out, and we were linked to him, and he said no. He basically said no. He issued a warning. He said, "Hey, we don't have any debts," and I gotta respect it, man. He said, "We don't have debts. Why would we be trying to sell anyone?" Napoli have only lost once this season. The second most informed team in Europe right now, excluding Leipzig, because I don't think Leipzig have lost a game since last year. I don't know the last time Leipzig lost. Jasper, I think Leipzig could do it. Oliver Glasner is a really good manager. Wow. I've always hated Robin since that dive versus Mexico in 2014 World Cup. We were robbed. Angelo, though, I'm guessing, who es Mexicano, whatever that. How do you even say that? Do you actually in your heart believe if Ian Robin didn't dive and get that penalty, that Mexico would have won the World Cup or done anything significant? There's a robbery is what happened versus Bayern or versus Real Madrid with us, Bayern, where Ronaldo's offside and, Marcelo passes to him, crosses, and he's offside from the cross. He's further than the man and the ball. That's what an offside means, and it gets counted. And we lose the game, and we would have probably gone on and won the Champions League. That's a robbery. A robbery ain't Robin fell. The wind of the player, the challenge, got him. All right, that's what made him fall. So I don't know. Maybe I get your frustrations though. I'm frustrated too. Oh man, this chair, you guys want to see? I love this chair, man. It's crazy. I didn't think I like a chair that basically had no neck support, but it pushes you so far forward. I'm starting to really enjoy it. And oh man, it doesn't even lean back. There's so much lumbar support. I love it. What are great stocks in Robinhood? I don't know. Probably, probably American Airlines. It doesn't matter. It's always about if people are selling the bad news, you buy it. That's it. Like there was some other electric companies that went down today. This is the beauty of stocks. Everyone can know the same thing, yet someone's going to make a mistake and make someone else make money. But Tesla, the stock went up a lot, but the companies that are competing with Tesla, the smaller companies, their stocks went down, and that's exactly what I did. I bought those stocks, not the Tesla where everyone's thinking, oh, Tesla's going to go higher. Yeah, it could, but I could get 40% growth from buying these companies in the next week or 2 weeks, as opposed to me buying Tesla and making 5%, 10%, riding the wave. The time to have bought Tesla was when everyone said don't buy it because it's dead. It's going to go to $5, and now it's like double where it was 2 months ago. So think smart, right? If a company that's good and has a future in an industry that works is going up, buy it. Or news comes in about Chat GPT. Just look up AI companies and buy all of them. Buy 5 shares here, 10 shares. Start small like that. Next thing you know, you got a million, man. That's how you got to work it. You got to work the game, man. This is not financial advice. This video is sponsored by Robin. I'm joking. Can you sell Coman for 100 million? And who can you replace him with? If we sold Kingsley Coman, there's only one man I want, and that's the man whose agent said he's either going to end up at Bayern or Real Madrid, and that's Kvaratskhelia. Vicha Kvaratskhelia. I know his name because he's a bowler, all right? So, yeah, that's the only player I'd go for if we sold Kingsley Coman because he's an upgrade, and he's young, right? Unless he's on that Nigerian passport business, then his age ain't inflated. So, he's 21. For real, even though his face looks like he's 50. And he's marketable, man. The way he plays, kind of like Neymar, but, without the, flair. He just uses his skill. It's going to be interesting. Napoli don't deserve to have a bowler like that. I'll be honest. Oh, no, they deserve it. But, I mean, they're not going to have him for, decades and decades, right? Yeah, man. And his agent already said he could end up at Bayern or Real Madrid. Well, that was before he moved to Napoli, but that assuming that his agent really meant that, he's going to be expensive. That's true. If we sell Coman for 70 or 80 million, you know, no, guys, if we went in for Varaskelia, we're not spending 150 million. We're not one of these clubs out here. No, we're going to go to Napoli. Screw that. We're not freaking bumps. We're not even going to go to Napoli. We're going to go to Varaskelia, and he's going to make his move possible, right? We're going to make him go to Napoli and say, hey, Bayern have given me a good proposal, because it's not illegal to talk to a player that's under contract. Just talk to his agent, because that's what agents are for. It's not prohibited. You can't get them to play for you if they're under contract. That's, typical, but you can talk to them like we did with De Ligt. Go to De Ligt or Varaskelia in this case, talk to his agent, say, hey, we'll pay him 15 million a year, right? Or 14 million a year. And, this is more likely than anything. His language skills, he can speak English. I'm guessing he can also speak Ukrainian, or not Ukrainian, Russian, because he's from Georgia. What do they speak there? Arabic? Yeah, so he's from Georgia, the home of the peaches and the rednecks. No, not that Georgia. The Georgia in Europe. So, we'll go to the agent and we'll say, hey, get your client to, start looking at Bayern. And then that's it. That's all we're doing. Brazo's just going to open that line of communication and make this player just know Bayern is the only choice for him, right? We're going to tell them, hey, this is where we're going to play you. This is the manager we're going to have. We're going to show him the long-term future. The PowerPoint presentation comes out, right? And he now gets convinced that Bayern's the only choice. And then we'll get him to reject Chelsea or Manchester United. And we can do that because we're Bayern and we have a strong future, always. There's always something going on at Bayern. So he's going to reject clubs on our behalf, on Napoli's behalf. And then he's going to go to Napoli and say, Bayern is the only club I want to go to. Let me go. What's Napoli going to do? Oh, but whoever gets the highest bid will let you go. But then he doesn't want to go to, United or Chelsea. He's not going to talk to Chelsea. Chelsea's just going to back off because they're like, well, we can't sign someone who doesn't want to be signed by us. That's how we get a player for 100 million or for less than 100 million, like Varaskelia. The problem with players like Mudryk, right? Some bang average, fast Ukrainian winger who's going for, 80 million or 90 million, whatever the hell they spent on him. Bayern would have gotten him for like 45 mil max. We ain't spending 170, 80 million on nobody. Here's how we would have gotten Mudryk. We would have gone to Modric's agent and said, hey, and by the way, Napoli would know, okay, Bayern aren't Chelsea. They can't spend that kind of money. So what they're offering as their highest bid is what we get. And if we don't accept it, we'll have an unhappy player. Or we'll be petty and sign one of their academy players and turn them into Musiala, just like we did with Chelsea rejecting our bid for Callum Hudson-Odoi. And now Chelsea have to sit here. Callum Hudson-Odoi is on loan, not to Bayern, but to Bayer Leverkusen. And we got Musiala for 200K, and they're sitting there going, no, we are petty with it. So, yeah, here's how we've gotten more Mudryk for like 35 mil. Not even joking, right? We would have gone to Shakhtar Donetsk, right? We would have said, first of all, Ukraine, we love you. We rooting for you against Putin. We're rooting for you. But we want Mudryk. And then they were like, we have other bids. If Arsenal got Mudryk to reject Chelsea, then Arsenal would have gotten him cheap. The problem was it was a bidding war because both of them offered the same thing. Arsenal and Chelsea are very similar in terms of like club stature and size. If Real Madrid come to you, you're rejecting everyone else. If Bayern Munich comes for you, you're rejecting everyone else, right? We'll get you to reject, Chelsea, just like we did with De Ligt, just like we did with Sane. Bro, of course there was other, clubs that wanted Sane at the time, but we got Sane to know you're only coming to us. There was clubs that wanted Cancelo, right? I think AC Milan wanted him, but we got him to come to Bayern because we made him reject other bids. But as soon as Mudryk knows I'm only going to Bayern, he's going to tell Shakhtar, and Shakhtar's going to be like, okay, he's not going anywhere else. He's going to ask Bayern, okay, can we keep him for 5 months? And Bayern's going to be like, no, but we'll give you an extra 5 million for your trouble. And we'll end up signing him for, instead of 30 million, to be 35 million. Or it doesn't matter how much social media attention the player has. The problem is stupidity. Todd Bowley doesn't know what he's doing. Don Brazo, when he sits down with the PowerPoint presentations, it's over for you and your players. You're losing everyone. Georgia is a part of Europe. Chico, you live in Switzerland. Shouldn't you know that Georgia is a European country? Georgia, Europe. Look up Georgia, Europe. There's a country at the intersection of Europe and Asia, the former Soviet Union, that's home to Caucasus mountain villages and Black Sea beaches. It is known for Vartsia, a sprawling cave monastery dating to the 12th century, and the ancient wine-growing region Kahiti. The capital, Tbilisi, is known for the diverse architecture and mosaic cobble streets of its old town. Boom. There you go. The continent it's on is Europe and Asia because it's at the intersection, the literal intersection, right? Parts of Georgia are in Asia. Does that make sense? Oh, by the way, we're praying for the victims of the people in Turkey. Dude, I didn't even know it was like 20,000 people that died from that earthquake. That's crazy. I just found out before the stream. That was really sad to hear that. Yeah, I'm looking at the map here. Man. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Wait, Stalin was from Georgia? Don't tell me Joseph Stalin from Georgia. Come on, man. I thought he was from South Carolina. Oh my gosh, he actually was from Georgia. Dude, what the heck? So it was genuinely like the epicenter of communism or capital, or what's it called? Of the Soviet Union, which was communism. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I just learned something new. So Stalin came from that place. Is there like a giant statue of Stalin there? Wouldn't be surprised. What language did they speak? It can't be English. Language. They speak Georgian. And this is why I was interested in their language. Dude. They have 3.7 million people. How does a country with 3.7 million people produce a player of, and he's not the only Georgian player. I think there was like I forgot his name. He was like a legend of the game. We know Vadiscalia is, the current, the now. There was some other dude. Am I thinking of Hungary or something? I don't know. Dang it. I feel like there was a different Georgian player that was famous. They're like Uruguay. Yeah, man. Hey, that's cool. They're producing all this talent, or I guess one talent that I know of. But yeah, Vadiscalia is who I would go for if I had to pick. But yeah, good stream, good show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I don't want to make this go over an hour because the people watching will flip off if they see an hour. So, 49 minutes is okay. Small country producing a lot of good players. Yep. All right. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Next time you see me might be on the watch along. I might not do that. It's too early in the morning. I might do a match reaction though. Thank you all. Mia, and peace.